Hello and welcome to Podmas Day 5. I am recording on my way to get my eyebrows threaded, which is kind of on topic because my latest Instagram post, was all about hair removal and how hairy I am, and the parts of my hair journey that I'm happy to remove and the bits that I'm not. So I am so committed to keeping my eyebrows in tip-top shape. I feel like it's one of my favourite acts of self-love is to get rid of the monobrow and shape them. I don't know, it's just like wearing makeup. I love it. Anyway, this isn't about hair. This is today's prompt, which is I am because people are looking at me a bit strange. It's really awkward when I'm recording and there's someone ahead of me who's walking really, really slowly. Like, just walk like a normal person, walk a bit faster. Anyway, that's the London in me coming out. So I guess it's probably a good time to talk about why I'm vegan, which for those of you who listened to Podmas last year, that episode was one of the most downloaded episodes and remains in the kind of top What She Said episodes. And I think it's because people really want to know the reasons why anyone's vegan. So, yeah, I mean, it's always a bit of a controversial topic, and I remember that I was a bit nervous to record it last year, and I did a lot of prep and made sure that I offered a really balanced view, and I didn't record it completely off the cuff. It kind of went hand in hand with a blog post. But this time I am recording off the cuff. That's not a word. Anyway, so why I am vegan? I am vegan because, number one, I don't believe there's a humane way to kill any animal. I'm sorry to say it, even if they were raised in a beautiful free-range farm with lovely grass and they're allowed to roam free. I don't believe that killing them is necessary or humane. And that's probably the most controversial in a sense, because I know that people will get upset with me about that one. But that's just what I believe, and I certainly don't judge anybody else who chooses to eat meat. Number two is about the environmental factors. The energy and carbon footprint and cost to the environment of raising animals for consumption, for meat consumption, is huge. And in the dairy industry, of course, as well. I'm talking about all animal products, really. The amount of water it takes to feed not only the animal, but the crops that they're given to eat is quite unnecessary. And the fact that, humans could eat that crop is another just ridiculous thing. So the environmental factors are huge for me. And I said it last year, and I probably said it a lot more eloquently, but animal agriculture, and that includes everything surrounding the chopping down of the deforestation in order to literally rear the animals, and also the deforestation and the amount of land that's used to grow crops to feed the animals, is one of the leading causes of climate change. That's huge. Obviously, some of the other factors in climate change are things like energy consumption from traffic and roads, cars and trains, planes and automobiles, that is significantly less than the carbon footprint of eating animals or just animal consumption. So those are the two big factors really, and yeah, that's the reason I'm vegan. And also, I don't know, I suppose health comes into it a little bit, but because I know that it's not necessarily healthy to eat animals, but or to eat meat certainly, and definitely dairy. But people often ask me, do I feel like, I feel lighter or whatever after going vegan? And the truth is, I don't feel that different. I'm sorry to say it. I guess I've probably lost weight, but it kind of came hand in hand because I've been veggie on and off for a long time, most of my life, and then vegan for on and off for like 3 or 4 years. I kind of haven't had that obvious, I was a massive meat eater and then went vegan, you know? So I wonder if maybe that's why. Hi, I'm now recording the second part of my I am da-da-da because da-da-da. I've got to stop doing that. That's really annoying. I'm actually annoying myself. Anyway, the second part is I am ethically conscious because I don't really know how another way to be. I sort of think, in fact, it was Anna Considine who said this. She was talking about the fact that once you follow one route, like of a lifestyle change, you know, plant-based or whatever, or zero waste and all those sorts of things, it can become really, really overwhelming and feel like you are never doing it perfect or not living your values as hard as you could, and not being perfect, and that everybody else is doing it better than you. And I think that's so true. So for me, living a minimal lifestyle, although I would not call myself a minimalist at all, just because I find the phrase a bit problematic and the movement a bit problematic, certainly on Instagram anyway. But the reason that I'm ethically conscious, which is the umbrella term for everything that I am, vegan, plant-based, minimal plastic, low impact, the reason that I live that lifestyle is because once you learn something, once you see something, you can't unsee it, if that makes sense. And I've just always intrinsically been that way my whole life. My mum even points out things that I used to do when I was a lot younger. So that kind of was always my these were always my values, if that makes sense. But I just took a really long time to step into them. Just purely because, I mean, the world, we're in a capitalist world, so it's really hard, especially as a young person, to step out from that capitalist world and buck the status quo. So I'm not judging my former self. I'm being kind to me. But now I've seen all the things that I can do, and I can do easily, I kind of can't unsee it. So that is why I am ethically conscious. And why I try and encourage other people to be that way too.